Those are two that I had.
Oh, those two. Okay, then. But
Okay, let's talk about this. Two more things. You cool? You got the two more things? Cool. All right. Let's talk about this because this is. I actually really wanted to talk about this one.
Is hanging in the balance in America. Because in the last hour, the House of Representatives has overwhelmingly passed a bill that would give the Chinese owner about 6 months to divest the app's American assets or face a ban. TikTok is one of the world's most popular apps with more than 170 million users in the US alone. So let's head to Washington. Let's head to our North American correspondent, KNoWKi, who's been watching it. Just start, because I know we've had the vote in the last hour, but just give us a flavour of the sorts of contributions before they voted, because American politics is riven with partisan politics, but here there is much more bipartisan agreement, isn't there?
There was, and it was all very civilised and polite when various lawmakers were making their arguments in the chamber. As you said there, it was passed by an overwhelming amount. It was Republican leaders that really fast-tracked this bill through. So just to give you the numbers, 352 to 65 voted for it to be banned. Of course, that's not the end of it, Matthew. The next step is for it to go through the Senate, where it'll probably face a much tougher passage, if it will even get there. But President Biden has said if it does get to the Senate and is passed, he will sign it into law. But TikTok has really lobbied hard for this not to happen. It's mobilised its 170 million US users to really ring up their local representatives, telling them not to do this, and despite that, this has still gone through the House. There's also some confusion over here as well. President Biden wants it banned. He's already banned it for his federal employees from using it on their mobile phones. But his election campaign has started using TikTok and posting on it. Former President Donald Trump spearheaded the whole movement to ban TikTok. Recently, he flip-flopped on it, saying, well, actually, it's difficult to ban it. So I think there's a sense that they both know, obviously we're now into the general election campaign season, that they're going to alienate lots of young voters, millions and millions of teenagers who use TikTok. But as I mentioned, this is not the end of it. The next step would be the Senate.
And let me just explain what those lawmakers want to actually see happen.
They want to see the company that owns TikTok, ByteDance, to either sell up to somebody else or they will just ban it outright. They believe that it's a national security risk. They think, without any evidence so far, that the content on there is being passed over to the Chinese government. And that's based on a law in China where companies have to cooperate with the intelligence service. Now, TikTok has really pushed back at that. I was here when, at the hearing for the CEO of TikTok, he was grilled by Congress last year about this, and he denied all of that. And so they're saying, look, we have this big firewall in place, which walls off any information from US users, and so all that information actually just remains in the US in service here. But that's not convinced lawmakers, as we've seen today.
All right. So they're talking about a TikTok ban. And they say because it's basically a massive leaking of personal information from the users. So judging from what we just saw in that quick video, what do you think?
I'm too grown to TikTok. I think so. I ain't got nothing to really do with me. I don't have a user. I don't have no name. I have to go on a website when people send me TikToks and stuff like that. But I hear it's very popular and all that stuff, but I don't TikTok. I don't do nothing with TikTok. I don't. So, and I kind of get where they're coming from when they said that, because the different algorithm, the different algorithm.
I'm TikTok dancing. What you on?
The different algorithm that's over here in America is not the same algorithm that's over there in China. China, they only allow their kids to look at engineering stuff, science stuff, just everything that's educational that can have them push through the world. Only over here is we looking at buffoonery, we dancing, we want to sing, we want to be goofballs, we want to be entertainers. You want to be entertained by some shit. You want to be out here dance, nigga, dance. Want to be doing that stuff. So, to me, I really don't have no gripe with it. Really don't care about it one way or another. You already know my sentiment, man. Social media done fucked us up as a culture, and I don't know how we're gonna get up out of it. Don't know when we're gonna get up out of it. So, it is what it is.
So I'm with Ma. I don't TikTok at all. I don't even have a TikTok account.
You on TikTok? Talk Tiki?
Yeah, I don't face talk, don't Insta talk, none of that.
No book talk.
No,
Bop talk, Diddy talk.
definitely don't Diddy talk. Definitely don't do that. But,
Oh shit.
but you know, I look at it from different perspectives, and yeah, it could be a national security problem, but shit, how long has TikTok been in the United States? Whatever information they wanted to get, they probably already got it.
Yeah, they got that shit already.
Right? Because from what I've heard, TikTok has collected the most information than all of the social media groups combined.
That's crazy, and that's crazy that you say that because I never thought about that. But TikTok has not been out that long.
Yeah, right.
And for them to collect all the data that Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, all of them combined to do, that's crazy.
Like they for sure data mining, like crazy.
That's crazy.
But I also look at it from a standpoint because a lot of TikTok, their stuff is like how many minutes?
13 years?
It's like a minute
Minute
and a half.
And
Some people go live.
Some people go live, but it puts the Chinese company in direct competition with the Google, your YouTube, your Meta, right? So they have their own little shorts.
Mm-hmm.
YouTube has its own shorts or whatever. Mm-hmm. So I look at it from a money standpoint. Like, okay, we can get some money out of this, right? We can have a lot more users, spending more time watching our stuff because that's what TikTok they just like Instagram and everybody else, it notes your time, sees how long you spend watching one particular video, and it's always in the algorithm. The algorithms are always updating. But then also look at it from if we ban this, then what else will they be willing to ban?
And that is a key thing too, because like once you let a motherfucker do one thing, if I don't stop that, you think that's gonna be it?
Right.
Just like they say, like people are always talking about with guns. Reason why they fight so hard with guns is because if we let them ban one, it's going to ban all. They're not going to stop there. It's not going to stop. Mm-hmm. And that's what people keep saying. Like, we're not going to just let them ban anything. We're going to fight tooth and nail for everything. Even if it don't make no sense, even if we know we're dead wrong, we're going to keep fighting for it because once you ban one thing, it is a wrap. They're going to go ahead and it's a wrap.
And that's part of the, kind of the catch-22 of being a free society is that, shit like TikTok isn't helping us, right? So we're fighting for the dumb shit. But
we got to.
We have to because this is the society that we live in, and, it may be some real pertinent information, some other things that we really could benefit from that they decide and they want to ban. And, so that's my standpoint.
I think the pros outweigh the cons for banning it. I hadn't thought about what comes after the ban, right? I hadn't thought like, okay, if they ban TikTok, okay, then Instagram is next. Instagram/Facebook is next, and all these other forms of social media that aren't the most popular ones, but people still use. I hadn't thought about that, and that's a good point. And it's also a matter of. Okay, one thing that I'm thinking about when it comes to TikTok is information being passed around, right? Because through TikTok is, if you ask me, I don't know of any other faster way to get information across to thousands and hundreds of thousands of people at a extremely fast pace. So if there is something that really it's a necessity to life that needs to be passed around, go through TikTok. On the flip side, that also makes a way for misinformation. Mm-hmm. This also makes a way for things to be misconstrued and things to be taken in different ways and cause people to be improperly informed about whatever may be going on at the time. I was thinking of it more so from the standpoint of it's either, if I'm not mistaken, and I could be wrong about this, but it's either the situation is either let the U.S. buy the U.S. Domain area, whatever, take ownership of your algorithms for the U.S., or we're going to ban it entirely. I think that's what the ultimatum is that's being put out. I also think about what happens if the government gets hold of a platform as powerful as TikTok. That's go ahead.
No, yeah. Be humble. First, Naps and Beauty.
Nelson Beauty said China's AI is much different than America. Very invasive. That was a key reason I didn't download it. Yeah. Be Humble said they won't go after other platforms. Yeah. Be Humble also said I have a military background and continue to work in the field. There is a big reason, and no one is actually picking up on it.
Yeah, the reason is that Facebook and Instagram and all these guys, they are actually government made by DARPA shit. You know what I mean? They've been made. This is the government stuff. All this shit was government funded. And I could be wrong, Be Humble, but that's what I'm thinking. You know, this is why they're not gonna go after that. This is the government way of picking information from people.
Yeah, but and also it's because all those is American made companies.
Right, American made. Yeah.
TikTok is over there from China. So they like, either look, you sell all us the shit so we can run the data and we can get all the data. Because, you know, United States can't get the data from them.
Right.
Because they're not giving it to them. But if they come over here and they get an American-made company by like Microsoft, i.e. Google, they'll go ahead and get it and run the company. They'll get them the information.
Right.
China.
Cultivate Your Roots said, ban it entirely and get these parks filled back up. That's facts.
That's true.
That's facts. People start actually buying bikes again.
Matter of fact, I gotta take my bike to get a tune-up.
Yeah. So I think more often than not, it's at least the American algorithm of TikTok needs to be taken away. But I'm not smart enough, and I don't know enough information to see what other ramifications would come with that. So at least on the surface level, absolutely, because this TikTok is frying brains left and right. Like
and I had like, right, I don't know, this kind of equate with it, but a little bit, but not. But it's the entitlement too, like, right? Because, you know, gym wise and just your everyday use, right? People are always filming content to put on there, right? So I was looking at this one video, right, where this dude was lifting weights. And it's like, you know, some people have courtesy where they see you filming, they try to go around. But if they don't see you, they don't see you. It's just, it is what it is. It's a public gym. But he actually got an attitude because people walk past his video like you own the fucking gym. This is a public gym. How are you going to get an attitude with people walking? Because it's a public gym. We can walk where we want to walk. And you getting mad because people didn't have the courtesy or whatever to go around you, the entitlement that you have, just because you need to film content?
I heard people talking about gyms literally banning people from using their phones.
What, do
from
record?
having their phones out. Yeah, specifically recording, yeah.
I'm with that.
Yeah.
I can be with that. Because you get women who pulling they leggings up in their ass. You get dudes with half, you know, coming here with like motherfucking shorts like they women too, with coochie cutters and hoochie daddy, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And it's like, it's getting to the point where it's inappropriate. And it's like, bro, we came here to work out. We didn't come here to see your print. You know, you pull your pants to make your booty look bigger to fill in TikTok or whatever like that.
DHPX said, don't ban the TikTok. So if you had to choose yay or nay, you say
I don't give a damn.
You got to choose.
Got to choose. I don't care. Okay.
I'll tell you what.
I can't go this way. I will say no. And
I'm with you on the I don't care shit, but
I got to pick one. I'm going to say no, and that's because once we start letting them and I say yeah to that, it's a whole bunch of more shit to follow. It's not just going to be that. It's going to be a whole bunch of more shit to follow, and society is going to change. Even though I don't like y'all know I don't like the social media shit at all, but I'm not going to ban it because I know it's a whole bunch of more shit coming behind that, and they're going to try to take a lot of more shit away. So I would say no.
It's like, the way I'm seeing it is like, either don't keep things the way they are, don't ban it, and China has, you know, the information of Americans, or do ban it or whatever, you know, America takes control over the American, I can't think of the word I want to use, but the American TikTok algorithm, and the American government has the American people information. So it's like either American has,
they got that anyway though, right?
Yeah, they got that already anyway. It don't matter.
I mean, we got that through Facebook, Instagram.
So far.
And all other apps that we download on our phone.
Shit,
so
Google.
You say no? You say no? No, yeah. Yeah, no.
I'm saying yay because I think at least for Americans, the number one gripe that people have with TikTok, generally speaking, is how it affects teenagers.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the main users of TikTok, main influencers and all that. So as it stands, on the surface level, the way it's influencing people's and causing people to brains to warp, get rid of it, man.
What you say, Jay, every day?
I say ban not only that TikTok, ban Temu, ban Shein, ban all that bullshit.
From over there?
What?
Okay.
I ain't even gonna lie though. Keep the Chinese, man, because they make some fire Chinese food. I went to New Star today. Ooh, it was so good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got to go back to China that when I get a chance.
Yeah, man, you got so much. But yeah,